Today we will learn how to sort data in SQL. Let's look at the first example. In the Advanced Work database, we want to sort the product by color. So we specify the order by clause here, order by color. By default, if you don't specify ascending or descending, it will order the data in the ascending order. That means from A to Z. So that is the default. Let's run the query. Since some product, the color is null, by default SQL Server will display the row at the top row. We can also sort more than one column. We can sort by the color in the ascending order and list price in the descending order. So right now we sort this color, the color in the ascending order and the list price in the descending order. So you see here the product have the color red, the list price 35.78. The next row here is also a red color and the list price is 24.43. The next example is order the data using the position of the column in the select list. Order by column number 2. Descending order, column number 2 could be the product name. If we run this query, right now it order by the product name in a descending order. This is not a good practice to order data, so don't use the column position to order your data, because like let's say later you go in here and add another column here. Now the color would be the position number 2. Right now if I run the query again, it's not gonna order by the product name, but it's gonna go order by the product color. Right now the product with the yellow color would be displayed first, then the product that's in null would be displayed last. Another example is we can use in function and we operate on a certain column and we can order the data based on the calculation. So this query will order, let's say descending. So we'll display the product name with the longest name first. The length function will count the number of characters in the product name column. If we run this query, so the product had the longest name, will display first. Then if you scroll down to the bottom, the product have the sorted name, will display last, because right now we order by the length of the name in a descending order. Another example, we can use other calculation or expression in the order by, then we can sort our data based on that calculation. So here example query. So this query will display where the product list price minus the standard cost have the most amount will be displayed first. Basically the product would make the most profit, and the one that have the smallest amount different between the listed price and the standard cost will be on the bottom here. Let's look at another example. In this query, we join the cell order header to the cell territory. Then we group by the territory and we sum the subtotal. So basically this query will return the cell territory name along with the total cell by that territory. And in here, in the order by, we can refer to the expression in the select list. So in here, we use the aggregate function and we give it a name for that function. Then in the order by clause, we can use that expression name. So this query will return territory with the most cell first. Then it will return the territory with the least cell last. So if we run the query, the Southwest have the most cell and Germany have the least cell in terms of dollar amount. Another example here, when we order the data in SQL, the expression or the column doesn't need to be in the select list. So here we select the product ID, the product name, product number, list price, and standard cost. But we order the data by color, product color. If we run the query here, it will order the product by color in descending order, even though the color column is not in the select list. Another way we can use the case statement in our order by clause, we can specify which row display first, which row display last. Let's look at the color in the product table real quick before we compose the query. So in this table, it has the color. For example, we would like to display the color that is now last. Then the color red will be first, blue will be second, yellow will be third, and the rest would be sorted in the ascending order. So our query will be like this. So we put the case statement in the order by. So let's run the query. The color are red will be displayed first, then blue, then yellow, and the rest we sort the data by the color in the ascending order. So next would be black, multicolor, then silver, silver or black, then white. Then the product where the color is now we display last. So D right here. In SQL Server, they also have another function called NULLS where you can randomize your data. The data is randomized. So every time I run it, it will give me the result in different order. So if I run it again, you see that the product 351 likely not going to be the top row. See, now the 899 is the top row. Run it again, 821. So this function here randomize the data and return the data back. Let's look at how we order data in PostgreSQL. So in here, I download and attach a demo database. The database contains flight information and booking and airport data. You can download online and attach it to your Postgres server. Let's look at this table called flight. It has a column called actual departure. If this column is null, that means the flight have not flight yet. So unlike in SQL Server treats the null value as smaller than the non-null value. But in Postgres, it reverses. It treats the null value at a larger value than a non-null value. By default, if we don't specify ascending or descending, Postgres, just like SQL Server, will order the data by ascending order. If we run this query, the row with the actual departure is null will display last. If we look at the result, you can see that if we go to the last page, the flight that have the actual departure is null will display last, because in Postgres, it treats the null value as larger than a non-null value. What if we want to order the data where the actual departure? If it's null, we want to display those first. We can use, in Postgres, we can use null first. If we run this query, all the flight with the actual departure is null will display first. So you can see right here, the query return all the flight with the actual departure is null first. In Postgres, just like in SQL Server, we can use the function called NULLS ID. In Postgres, we can use the function called random to random the result. So every time we run the query, the row that return in the randomized order. If I run it again, the data return in a randomized order. Another example here, let's say if we want to display the flight with the started equal delay first. We look at the select the distinct of all the started. We have the value. If we want the query to return the flight with the started equal delay first, specify order by started equal delay and put a descending. If we run the query now, you can see right here, all the flight with the started equal delay will display first. And the rest of the data is not ordered in any way. So you can see right here, after that, they have arrive, schedule, arrive, and cancel, and arrive. Another way to create a custom sorting in Postgres, you can use the array position function, give an array, then within array, list all the value for the column where you want to sort. For in this case, we want to sort by the started column. So if we run the query, the flight with the started equal delay will display first, and the flight with the started equal arrive will display last. So if we look at the result here, delay will be first, then next to cancel, then on time. After that will be departed, then boarding, then schedule, and last, if we go to the last page, then arrive will be displayed last. Another way you can use the case statement in the order by clause, you can say case when delay, then 1, cancel, then 2. If you use MySQL, you can use the field function, just like in Postgres. Example below, use array position. In SQL Server, it doesn't have any similar function like field or array position, but you always can use the case statement in the order by clause regardless if you use SQL Server, MySQL, or Postgres. This is a quick introduction about order data in SQL. Please let me know if you have any question in the comment. Thank you.